Hey everybody, this is Pops Reviews and back with another video, and this is a Clash of the Titans. This is the best of the best here meeting each other here for the first time. This is Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance that I'm playing. Um, and I'll tell you in a sec why I'm playing this version here. But it is Marvel Zombies. I'll show you the box here. So yes, we got Marvel Zombies, Heroes Resistance. So I'm using this, but what makes this different is they're playing against some DC characters here. So this will be using the Dark Knight's Metal DC characters from the Dark Knight's Metal series. That was really, it's really supposed to be used for the Zombicide second edition, but I'm you. What they did was they've made the campaign DCeased, and DCeased is essentially will be it's the same Marvel Zombies but with the DC characters for their storyline, and you are able to cross over the characters from both the games. Now, people always kind of like are I've seen people ask questions about, well, how do you do that? How do you cross over? How do you cross over both the games? And I haven't seen actually any videos actually posted about this. So I thought I would post a video here showing how this is going to happen. So Cool Mini, when they had the DCeased campaign going, they allowed for people to print off PDFs for the DCeased characters, so you could try along, essentially in the Marvel Zombies game. So I printed off these PDF cards here. So here you can see this is the Batman Earth 44 from the DCeased storyline, and from the Dark Knight storyline, but he's a playable character for DCeased. So so they have this card here, and I had to print it off. You go to your local Staples or wherever, and print off a decent color cardstock, and you fold it up, and here's your card. Um, so I printed it off, and I'm gonna give it a try here, just to show off the game here, show off that you are able to play as the heroes. You're able to play as the living versus the dead. That's essentially what the DCeased game will be. Will be the living taking on the dead, just like in the regular Zombicides. That's always how the Zombicides have been: the living taking on the dead. In Marvel superheroes, though, Marvel Zombies, there was a version where you're able to play as the zombies, which is a very fun version. There's lots of characters, you're able to choose from, but that version is not in the DCeased version, just because the storyline for DCeased, the zombies weren't smart in that series. So I guess whoever the execs at DC, Warner Brothers, whoever, as well as Cool Mini, they did not make the game where it had both modes. So it's just the one mode, but you're able to play still, your dream matchups. Like if you want to have Superman team with the Hulk and Spider-Man and I don't know, Green Arrow or whoever, Wonder Woman, you're able to make those dream teams and still fight against the zombies. So that is still relevant, and the components are still relevant, but you'd have to separate. I'm thinking you're gonna have to separate the zombie cards, because the zombie cards won't have the same backing. Like, say for instance, for a zombie hero, they're gonna have to pick a zombie hero that comes out. They're gonna have this backing. The DC will have their own backing for their card. So maybe you'll have to roll a dice or flip a coin to see which zombie version will come out to fight against your heroes, right? So there'll be those kind of little decisions. I don't know if people will get smart and make just cohesive backing for everything. And who knows, maybe in future they will make cards or something for the dead DC's guys to be able to fight the living DC guys. Like people, there's always people out there that make home brews and whatnot and do a good job of it, and then you have to just probably print it out or something. So I could see that happening. I know there's a guy actually on the Marvel Zombies forums who made his own campaign of just fighting amongst the living, no dead, just so it's more, family friendly and that type of thing. So, anyways, so I'm gonna play this game. This is actually the first tutorial of the DCeased, or not DCeased, sorry, the Marvel Zombies Hero Resistance. Not the tutorial mission, but it's the first mission. And I just kind of found it interesting to maybe play it out. I haven't played this on camera. I played another mission for Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance. But this is the mission 1 Outbreak here. So it's Heroes Resistance Outbreak. It's supposed to be an easy mission, 45 minutes. I've played this before. I actually think it's more of a medium mission, to be honest. So they actually, they tell you all the stuff that you need here to set it up. So the flavor text is, it was worse than we feared. This virus has infected anyone it has come in contact with, civilian and superhero alike. Even Tony Stark has joined the ranks of the undead. There's no time to lose. We must act. We have to secure the escape of as many civilians and gather as many supplies from the infection zone as we can. Maybe Miss Potts knows why this is happening. Hopefully we can find some means of containing this outbreak. So the rules or objectives here, sorry for glare guys. So rescue operation, accomplish these objectives in any order. So take all objectives. The objectives are the red, these red markers here. There's one in the corner over here. There's going to be 4 on the map. There's one on top there, and then there's one on top over there in this corner there. So sorry I can't fit everything into the shot here, but I will do my best to show you what action is going on. So you have to take all the objectives and find and rescue Pepper Potts. Then escape via the exit with all superheroes and Pepper Potts. Any superhero may leave through this zone for free at the end of their turn as long as there are no enemies in it. So the exit is at the top just above the superheroes. If you can see that there's the exit. So once we have all the objectives and found Pepper Potts, then we get on out of here and we've accomplished the mission. And then there's the special setup. Threaten civilians, shuffle Pepper Potts bystander card randomly with 3 other bystander cards and place them face down in the zones featuring the bystander symbol. And then special rules gearing up. Each objective gives 5 experience to the superhero who takes it. So that's it. It's a relatively easy mission in the sense of what you have to do. Get the objectives, find Pepper Potts, and get on out of there. So I'm putting these at random. These are bystander cards, so I'm going to put, at random one here, because there's supposed to be one there, one in this room here, one up in this room here, and one over here. So Pepper Potts could be any 4 of those bystanders. I'm just using the, I'm just using the core for Marvel Zombies Hero Resistance. I put in a few surprises for the zombies. So in this, I will shuffle these here, so you see me shuffling them. So there's 8 zombies that could come out, possibly. There's 4 from the core itself, and then there's possibly another 4 that could come out, and we'll see who maybe comes out to take on these 4 different Batman from the Dark Knight's Metal. So I have these 4 different Batman that I painted here. So this one here, I'll show you my paint jobs. They're not the greatest, but we have Batman Earth 44. He has a different name in the Dark Knight's Metal. I haven't read the comic, but I have the omnibus for it, so I have to get reading on it. So that's apparently he's a really bad character in that. Then there's like the Green Lantern Batman, and I guess like I said, I guess all these different Batman were bad. I have to read the comic. There's kind of like the Flash type Batman. So, excuse the paint jobs. And here's the Doomsday version of Batman. Very menacing guy. So these are the 4 guys I picked. I have their cards set aside off to the right side here. So as you can see, I have them set up. I won't be moving the camera back and forth. You're just going to have to just trust me that I'm, telling the truth with everything here, playing it correct, And again, if you have don't know how a Zombicide game plays or how this particular game plays, each character has 3 actions, and then you're able to do the different actions. I'm not going to go through all the actions. I'll just explain as as the game goes on. Each character has 3 actions, and then the more you level up, kill different zombies, or find objectives, you gain experience. That gives you more abilities and actions to do more things, and you're able to gain heroic traits on your turn, and as well as anything else. Everyone's able to. There's no turn order, and I guess everyone has different actions here. So I'll just go through the cards to show you what each guy has, and then we'll get the game started here. I didn't want to keep this too long of a video. I just wanted to kind of show you guys that everything is compatible for this and that. So again, here's the Batman Earth 44. So he can shoot. He has a range of 0 to 1, 3 dice, leading 4+. And for this, you gain power. This is the power slot on his card here. So at the start of the round, each guy will get a power. So this will move up when it's the start of the round. I'll just move it up now because each guy is going to get a power at the start. And then his blue skill, this is a skill that you get automatically, is Adaptive Weaponry. So it says before attacking with Blastar, which is his attack here, you may spend up to 3 power to gain the following effects. Choose 1 power spent up to twice each per attack. So you could choose +1 range and +1 to dice results. So the way I'm reading it is that he's able to spend 3 power for 1 attack, and then he could spend up to 2 power to power up, like say he wants to have a plus range. So if he spends 1 power, he's able to get plus range, so then his range will go from a 0 to 2. But he's able also to spend another power, because he's able to spend up to 3 to power that up again, so he could have another plus range. So he could shoot up to possibly 0 to 3 range on using his blaster. And then he could spend another power to gain +1 to dice results, or he could spend 2 power to get +1 to dice results, 1 to +1 range. So he's able to kind of pick and choose, or do 2 to 1 and 1 to another. But the thing is that I think the thing with him is that he's using a lot of power to do all that stuff. And power also, you could spend it to roll extra dice on your attacks as well. So that would so that could possibly he's just a power hungry guy, like with a lot of his stuff there. Very powerful, but that's eating up a lot of his power. So there's Batman Earth 44, and then we have the Doomsday Batman Earth 1. So he has Doomsday Augmentation. Well, first off, he has his Doomsday Fists. So he's 0 range, so he has to be in the space that he's in the fight. And he rolls 2 dice, needing 3+. I'll move his counter up. Each guy will move up anyways. And he has Doomsday Augmentation. You have 5 health. Before attacking with Doomsday Fist, you may spend 1 power to have enemies suffer -1 toughness against this attack. So he's able to minus their toughness by 1 if he spends a power, and then a guy that's maybe 5 health becomes 4 health. And then he has 5 health as opposed to everybody else has 3. So that's what makes him special, different, very tough guy. That's the Doomsday. Then we have the Batman Earth 52, which is the Flash Batman. I don't know their names again from the comic. I have to read it, but he has rapid punches. So again, he's a melee guy, 3 dice, 4+. He has super speed, so each time you perform a move action, You ignore enemies and may spend up to 2 power to move that many additional zones. So he ignores the zombies on any move action, and then he's able to spend power to move additional zones. So that makes him, a very fast character, type of scout, and able to get far reach places. So that's the Flash Batman. And then we have the Green Lantern Batman. So he has the power ring. So we have 2 rangers, 2 guys that can shoot at range, and 2 guys that are melee guys. So his power ring is a 0 to 1, 3 dice 4+. And then Supreme Willpower. Before attacking with power ring, you may spend 1 power to gain +1 range. Once during your turn, you may discard 1 heroic trait to perform 1 free power ring attack. So you're able to get heroic traits in this, and then he's able to just discard it to do a free power ring attack. And that's once during your turn that you're able to do that. Okay, so that is the characters. That's all their abilities. Again, these are PDFs that you could print out from the DCeased Kickstarter. Maybe I'll put a link to that in the description notes in case people want to do that. And yeah, so we're gonna get this going here. So we have again, we have the heroic deck. I put this off to the side here. So we have the heroic traits. I have shuffled these, or give it a little quick shuffle. Again, I just wanted to keep this video a little quick, but just to prove that I'm not cheating or anything. I'm playing as is. Then we have the spawn deck. So again, give this a little shuffle. This is what will tell you what's coming out. And so I put that off to the side. And then we have the heroes deck here, and the heroes deck. So that's shuffled. Okay, so that's off to the side. And then the civilians. There's 2 cards here. I'm kind of keeping kind of what's in the Marvel Hero Resistance box for the most part. So just so you guys could see, what kind of comes with it or whatever. And then, of course, this is compatible with the X-Men Heroes Resistance and then any other Marvel Zombies products to use, the good with the bad, against the different villains or the different zombie types and whatnot. All right, so at the start of the turn, everyone gains a power. So I did that as I was showing each character card. So I could choose who I want to go first. Again, we have to try and find Pepper Potts. That's one of the objectives. And then once we find her and get all the red X's, then we get, we're getting out of there. So maybe the first guy I'll use is Flash, since he's a speedster. There's no one really for him to speed around and fight right now. So I'll just use him as a normal guy just to move. So that's 1 action. Each guy gets 3 actions, right? So that's the first action. His second action will be to open the door. So he's going to open the door. And the doors are on here on the board. So that shows you that that's a door. So I know that I can open it. So the second action is going to open the door. Just give me a sec while I get the token out here. And okay, so he opens the door. So now we spawn what's in here. So when you spawn, you will spawn first the enemy card, and then you'll spawn the bystander card. So the enemy card, I'm flipping over here on my left side. So I flip this card, and it shows we're in blue right now because we haven't made any kills or anything. So this shows that there's 3 walkers in this building. So there's 3 walkers. So I'm going to put the 3 walkers on the board. So there's 3 walkers in this building here. And each of those guys are 1 health. So there's 3 walkers, and then we flip the bystander card to see who it is, and it's J. Jonah Jameson. So J. Jonah Jameson, if someone's able to rescue him, if enemies spawn within range 2 before any rush, you may spend 1 power to move 1 zone, ignoring enemies. So it's giving the heroes, if they're able to rescue him, a chance to get kind of move back or move out of the way of zombies, and kind of like how J. Jonah would be if he's like running. He's kind of giving them that extra movement. So he's in there, Now the zombies too they could go after the civilians too, the bystanders, just as equally as the heroes. But they don't go until all the heroes have gone. Then they'll activate if there's still any on the board. So Flash, so he moved. He opened the door. He's not going to be able to fight in there because he would just get in for third action, but he wouldn't be able to fight. So what he's going to do is he's going to take a heroic trait. So his heroic trait that he finds here is resourceful. So you could have up to 2 of these traits cards for your character. And then if you were like to get a third one, let's just say, then you could, choose if you want to keep it or trade it out or whatever. These are one-shot type deals here to add to your character. So it says discard before attacking, gain +1 range. So he's a 0 range, but he could, make his rapid punches become a 0 to 1 range. So that's kind of cool. It's a one-shot type deal. He is resourceful. So, and then, so he has that. And then at the end of the turn, we have these tokens here that show you if your character is gone or not. So I'll flip that to know that I've used the Flash. So that ends his turn. He had 3 actions. So that ends his turn. So now I have to choose who's the next best guy to possibly go. So I will use the Batman Green Lantern character. So he'll move for 1. And then he has a 0 to 1 range. And he is able to roll 3 dice, and he just needs a 4+. So I could spend a power if I want, because he gained a power at the start of the turn. I could spend a power and get a 4th dice and make it 4 dice. So he rolls 3 naturally with his power ring, but we'll try. He moved over 1. So this is his second action, just attacking. So we'll let him do his normal attack with 3 dice. Needs 4+. And there you go. 3 4s. That takes out all 3 zombies. So just like that, they're done. And then on his tracker, we killed 3 zombies, so we would move up 3. So that was his second action. His third action, does he want to get in there and get J. Jonah? These are supposed to be kind of like the hero guys. So J. Jonah, he could on his turn move out towards them. I might just stay there. I think, to be honest, I might just get a trait just to have, because J. Jonah will move out to our area. There's no, well, I guess he could go in. I guess he could go in and pick up the objective, right? So we got to get the objectives anyways. So that ends his turn. Okay, so now it's between Batman Earth 44, which is the Cyborg Batman, or Doomsday. We'll let Doomsday move over here. This building here is a 4 section or 4 room building. Sorry. There's only the one spawn point in here. That's on the spawn. So maybe Doomsday will come and open this door just so we get this going here. So Doomsday will move over here for 1. Open this door for his second action. And let's see what we spawn in here. So we spawn in the back here, and so that spawn card will be 1 runner. So runners, they have 1 health, but they are able to do 2 actions as opposed to a walker that does 1 action. So they're very dangerous. So there's the 1 runner, and then the bystander is Happy Hogan, so not Pepper Potts. And Happy, what does he do? Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to push all enemies in your zone into an adjacent zone. So that's pretty powerful. He could push all enemies away. So that's Happy. We'll find his standee character. Just give me a sec, guys. should have had all these bystanders just ready out, out here. Oh, there we go. So Happy. So here's Happy. So Doomsday move over for 1. Open the door for 2. He has 1 more action. This bystander here 1, 2. So it's not. It's gonna. It could either run to Happy or it could run to Doomsday. We'll just let Doomsday get a trait because there's not much he could do. Also, if he comes in, the runner could go here for 1 and bite him for the second one. He does have 5 health, but there's no point risking it right now. So we'll take a trait. Agile, discard when enemies enter your zone. Immediately move 1 zone, ignoring enemies. So discard when enemies enter your zone. Immediately move 1 zone, ignoring enemies. So he's able to just get on out of the way if something was to come into his zone that wasn't too good. So that will end his turn. That's his 3 actions. Gaining a trait is also an action. So now we have the Blaster Batman Earth 44 Cyborg Batman. So he's up here. So maybe he'll go 1, 2, and he could fire for 3 at the runner, actually. So maybe he will chance it because he has a range attack. And even though for rooms you can only see like the adjacent area. So if he's standing here, he can only shoot here. He cannot see down here. So he has to be in this room here. On the street, he could shoot as far as he could see on the street. Like he could shoot all the way to here if he wanted, or the other side. But in rooms, you can only shoot adjacent. So he's gonna move here for 1, over here for 2, and then he has a 3 dice attack needing 4+, and all he needs is 1 to succeed. I could spend a power to up his +1 to dice results. So maybe I'll do that. So I'll spend the power. I spent the power, so he's at 0 power. So now he has +1 to dice results just to make sure that he is hitting something here. And he got him, no problem. So that runner's gone. So on his tracker, he gets 1. Okay, and then his turn has ended. So that's it. That's the end of the round. So over here, J. Jonah, he just stays because there's a hero in his zone with him. Happy will actually move over to the hero. As much as he's got, we're going to call them heroes, or they're just living, These guys are actually real bad guys in the books or whatever, right? So, so now we're going to spawn. And we're going to spawn here. This is where spawn number 1 is. So we're going to spawn here. And then we're going to, move to here. And then there's 1 down here. So there's 3 spawn points. I'm just going to do it in a clockwise manner. So let me just raise this up here. Okay, so for this spawn point over here is a Brute Rush. And so they will spawn and then they're able to activate. So there's 2 of them. So they'll go right into the Flash's zone. So he doesn't have anything to combat that or nothing. So 2 Brutes will go there. So Brutes are guys that are like used to be called fatties in the older Zombicides. And they take 2 health. They have 2 health instead of just 1. They still only do 1 damage if they attack you, but they're worth 2 health. You have to have 2 successes to take them down. So then the next spawn, for the next spawn zone over here, we have 2 walkers because we're still in blue. So there's 2 walkers. They're at that spawn zone. And then the one down here will be, it is a zombie superhero. So we spawn a zombie superhero. So here I am taking from the top of the deck. Who will it be? It is Quicksilver. So Quicksilver, he's actually from the Hydra set, the zombie version of Quicksilver. He has 3 health, and move 2 zones per move action. Each time a rush card is drawn, he moves 1 zone. So here he is. He's going to be on the board here. So he's not in the, like I said, he's not in the hero resistance box. He's part of the Hydra box. So he goes right down here in this zone. So each zombie hero, when they activate, they get 2 actions, and he will be moving 2 zones per move action. So he could get around the board pretty quickly if we don't take care of him. But he's only 3 health, so that's him down here. So we gotta worry about him. So that ends the zombie activation here. So now the heroes, they all will move up 1 on their power. So the Cyborg Batman gets 1. Batman Earth 1, he gets 1, so he's at 2. That's the Doomsday Batman. Flash Batman gets a power, he's at 2. Green Lantern Batman, he gets a power, so he's at 2 as well. So, and then their tokens flip over, and we're ready to start. So we know Pepper Potts is up in one of these 2 buildings here. So we have to make sure and rescue her. That's the most important thing, and then get the objectives. So there's still this 1 objective here that has to be picked up. 1 there, and then there's the 1 up in the corner up top there. So we still have to get the 4 objectives and get out of dodge here. So I will use the Green Lantern Batman down here to get him going. So if there's no zombies in the zone with a bystander, then you're able to rescue the bystander and get his ability. So he will rescue J. Jonah, and I'm sure he's probably like not caring for J. Jonah. So if you rescue a bystander, you get his card. So now he has this ability: if enemies spawn within range 2 before any rush, you may spend a power to move 1 zone ignoring enemies. So he has that power for rescuing J. Jonah. And then for rescuing a bystander, he moves up all the way fully on his power. So now he has 4 power for rescuing a bystander. He doesn't get any points because that's not in this scenario. So that was his first action. He's got J. Jonah. So now his second action, he's going to pick up this objective. This is just a regular objective, so that's worth 5 experience. So 5 experience, that's going to put him in yellow. So he's now at 8. So he has an extra action now. So he's done 2 actions. He's rescued J. Jonah. He's picked up the objective. He has 2 more actions. So he's going to fire out at the brutes to help the Flash Batman out. So his thing again is, before attacking with Power Ring, you may spend a power to gain +1 range. Once during your turn, you may discard a heroic trait to perform 1 free Power Ring attack. Well, he's just going to attack normally with Power Ring. He's got 4 power, so he rolls 3 dice normally for his Power Ring. The brutes take they take 2 health. So what he's going to do is he rolls 3. He's going to spend 3 for 5. 1, 2. So then I'd be at 5 dice. I might as well just bring it down to 1. So 1, 2, 3. I spent 3 power. So now he gets an additional 3 dice. So now he's rolling 6 dice. And it'd be nice if he gets 4s on at least 4 of them. And that would eliminate both those brutes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So he is good. That takes care of those 2 brutes. So that is another. He only gets 1 each for killing them, even though they're 2 health. So now he's at 10. So Green Lantern Batman is a killing machine. So he rescued J. Jonah, picked up the objective, shot at the brutes. He has 1 more action. And he's probably just going to get on out of here. Get out of that room, and that ends his turn. So now when we spawn, we have to be mindful that we're on yellow now. So that ends his turn. Okay, so now we'll go over here to maybe this guy over here, Cyborg Batman. So there's no one with Happy, so he's going to rescue Happy. So doesn't give him any experience points. He gets Happy's card once in your turn. He can spend a power to push all enemies in the zone adjacent. So he gets to move up all his power. So he's at maximum power 4. So it'll look like that. So that's one action. He rescued him. He doesn't get any experience, like I said. So that's his first action. His second action, he's going to come over here to get to the objective. Third action, he's picking up the objective for 5 experience. So he goes up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's at 6. Ending his turn. So he just short of yellow, but at least he got the second crate. So that ends his turn. So he's kind of deep in this corner here a little bit, which is not too good. So now we have the Flash and Doomsday Batman. We don't want to be in that spawn zone. Quicksilver, he's going to be moving 2 zones per move action. So he's going to be like 1. And then he's just going to get to one of us. He's not going to hurt anybody. Doomsday. Maybe he'll come over here. So Doomsday will go 1, 2, and usually you don't open doors on your last actions, but because this one's here, I don't want to, I won't open the door because the bystander and the zombies could possibly be on the same spot, so we don't want anything to happen to the bystander. So I'm just gonna get a trait for Doomsday Batman. He already has Agile. Unstoppable, discard when attacking and spend 1 power. Enemies suffer -1 toughness. So it's all actually he's actually already minusing people for toughness, and this could actually, you could actually bring him down to possibly like a 3 or a 2 or 1, or if he spends the power, he can spend power twice, I guess, to do that. So that ends his turn because he's only in blue. He has no kills yet. And the Flash, Batman, you could also do a power up action to gain power as an action. So maybe Flash will do that for his first action. So he moves up. So he's at full max at 4. And you cannot gain any other. You cannot go over your max. You can only have max 4 power. You can't get 5 or anything like that. So that's his first action. He powered up. Where's the door on this side? There's a door here and a door there. We don't want Pepper Potts dead. I don't want to go in the spawn zone. So I think he will also 2 and 3 move over here to be ready with Doomsday. And that will end his turn because he's only at 0 in blue. So that's it. So now the zombies will activate. So these guys here will just move 1. They only get 1 action. The Quicksilver now down here. So Quicksilver moves 2 zones per move action. Each time a rush card is drawn, he moves 1 zone. So he moves 2 zones per move action. So that's his first action, will be to move there. And then he's going to just go right for his second action. He's moving right into their zone. So 2 speedsters. Oh, sorry. That's 2 speedsters together in a zone there. with Doomsday. So that ends what's on the board. Now we spawn. So again, we spawn over here at this spawn zone. So number 1, we're in yellow. So we got 2 brutes. So 2 brutes have come back out, but they don't rush. They're just there on the spawn zone. This spawn zone over here, we get all runners, extra activation. So there's no runners on the board right now. So that's kind of like a freebie. That's a good thing. That's a little relief. And then for the bottom spawn zone, what's going to be down here is a brute rush of 2. So 2 brutes, and they're going to move up to here. So 2 brutes. Where are these brutes? 1. There's a second brute. There we go. 2 brutes up to here. Okay. So that is the enemy phase. So now we come back to the heroes. So whoever could gain a power will gain a power now. So Doomsday gains a power, so he's up to 3. Green Lantern gains a power, so he's up to 2. And everybody else is at max already because they had rescued bystanders. Okay. So we have a little bit of a fight that could happen up here with the Quicksilver. We're gonna get this Batman over here. We're gonna get him moving here. So he's gonna move over for 1, and he's he will come in here for 2, and he also has Happy's skill here. It's once during your turn, you may spend a power to push all enemies in your zone into an adjacent zone. So he's going to attack these guys for his 3rd action, but he could spend a power and just push them back if he doesn't get rid of them. So he's got 3 dice, needs 4+. He will spend a power to get a 4th dice, just to make sure that he is getting rid of them. So he needs a 4+ on at least 2 of the dice. And I'm rolling good, so I got 3. So I just needed 2 of them. That's 2. They're gone. So now he was at 6. Now he's at 8. So he actually has another action. There's some brutes coming here. There's those brutes here. So he doesn't want to really move into here just yet. So he will take a trait. So he'll take a trait for his last action. And he gets Tenacious, discard after attacking, reroll any dice. That's pretty good. That ends his turn. Alright. The Green Lantern Batman. Let's see what he wants to do here. So he has options to shoot at some fatties. We probably want to keep this top part clear. So he'll probably come here for 1. And he will attack. So he's got 3 dice, or maybe he will power up. He's someone that should be getting a trait to get the free power ring action. But I'm going to do a power up action, so I'm gaining 2, so he's at max 4. So that's his 2nd action to power up. He has 4 actions, right? So he moved 1, powered up for 2. Now he's going to attack these guys with his power ring. So he rolls a natural 3. And he's going to spend 2. So he's down to 2 power. So he's got 5 dice. He needs 4+. So this is his 3rd action. So he got 1 of them because he needs a 4+, so he got 1. So he moves up 1 on his track. So he's at 11 now. And he has... So he moved. He powered up. He shot. He still has 1 more action. He will take another shot at him. with the power ring. So he needs a 4+ on 2 dice. And he doesn't get it. So that ends his turn. Alright. So now again, we're left with Flash and Doomsday. Doomsday, Batman, he will go. So he will spend. He has to spend a power no matter what to -1 Quicksilver, but he will spend 1 for his Doomsday augmentation, which says he could spend 1 power to have enemies suffer -1 toughness against this attack, so he's down to 2. And then he's able to spend another power for Unstoppable, discard when attacking, and spend 1 power, enemies suffer -1 toughness to a minimum of 1. So he's going to discard that. So he's spending another power, so now he's down to 1. So now he's going to attack with his Doomsday fists. So he rolls 2 dice, and now Quicksilver is at a 1. So he rolls 2 dice. He's also going to spend another power. So he's rolling 3 dice. He needs 3+. So he's rolling an extra dice. He's got Quicksilver. He just needs 1 success of a 3. So he gets Quicksilver. Quicksilver's gone. And he moves up 3 on his dial because Quicksilver was 3 health, even though he minused him. So that was only his first action because he just spent power to do that. So now his second action, maybe we will open this big building up here on the left. So he's going to open the door here, over here. So this is his second action. So we open the door and we spawn. So we're going to spawn the top room first. We're going to spawn this top room and then here. So the top room is a superhero. And the superhero is Scarlet Witch. So superheroes must reroll all hits while in her zone. So that's pretty rough. If you're in her zone, she's 3 health. So she's on top here. So there you see, there she is on top there. Then we spawn the next one. And all walkers, bystander in danger, spawn 1 bystander, then activate all walkers within range 1. So we spawn a bystander. There's no walkers within range 1, but we spawn a bystander, and it will be Sharon Carter. After performing a range attack, you may spend 1 power to reroll any misses. So she's good for the range attackers, so like the Green Lantern, Batman, and the Cyborg Batman there. So Sharon Carter is actually in the zone, and then who's the bystander here? It's Okoye. So you obviously know Pepper Potts is in that room over there. So Okoye is over here. Okoye. So Okoye is good for once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to perform 1 free melee attack. So good for the Doomsday and Flash Batman. And then when they have this punching symbol, that means that they could try and fight the zombies. So if they take a wound on a 5+, they could dodge out of the wound. So that's what they're able to fight a little bit. So for this is Doomsday here. He beat Quicksilver. He opened the door for 2. Yeah, it's pretty rough. He could. He might take a trade, I guess. Maybe he'll take a trait. I mean, these bystanders, they're not who we really need. We need Pepper Potts, but we'll take the trait, I guess, just to make sure. Or he'll power up. He'll do a power up action because he's at 0. He needs some power. He works with power, so he powers up and gets two power, and he's still in blue, so that ends his turn. So now it's just the Flash Batman. The Flash Batman, I mean, you don't want to go into Scarlet Witch's zone. We want someone to range, because if you're in her zone, she'll make you re-roll the hits. What he could do is, though, he could rescue Okoye, because Okoye will be good for him. So he will, for his first action, move. Each time you form a move action, you ignore enemies, and you may spend up to 2 power to move that many additional zones. So his natural movement is a 1, but he will spend a power to move an additional zone. So he spent a power, now he's at 3, so he moves to Okoye's zone. Then he's going to rescue Okoye. So he rescues her, he gets the benefit of her card. So Okoye gives him, once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to perform 1 free melee attack. So that's kind of good for him, because he's a melee attack guy. So he's at full power. So that's his second action. And then he has a resourceful card. I'm going to gain a trait, and he actually could probably hit her from range, actually, because he has a resourceful card. So that's why I'm going to get another card here. Unstoppable. Discard when attacking and spend 1 power. Enemies suffer -1 toughness. So that's pretty good for him. So he actually will be able to hit Scarlet Witch at range if he wants, because he has that resourceful card that allows him to get +1 to his range, actually. So that's kind of neat. So he could rapid punch from afar. So that ends the turn. So we have some brutes here. They move up 1. We have a brute down here. He moves up 1. And the bystanders, do they move before the enemies? Let's see. Enemy phase. Each enemy activates and spends their actions. Activate bystanders. So yeah, after enemies activate. So Sharon Carter is stuck there because Scarlet Witch will come, and then she will bite her for her second action. Sharon Carter is a fighter, so she needs a 5+ to survive. Oh, and look at that, she survives. So Sharon Carter survives that. So that ends the enemy phase for who's on the board. Now we spawn. So for over here, we're in yellow. So we have 3 walkers. So far, these DC guys are holding up. Over here, for this spawn zone, we got 3 runners. Got 1 here. 2, 3. 3 runners. Okay. And for the last spawn zone, down at the bottom, over here, we got 3 brutes. So the brutes like coming out from down here. It's kind of funny. So we got 1 here. 2, 3. Brutes like coming out from the left and the bottom. Alright, so now it's back to the heroes. We use that term loosely for these guys, the heroes. So, Cyborg Batman, he gets power. Doomsday Batman, he gets a power. He's up to 3. Cyborg Batman's up to 4. Flash Batman is maxed. And Green Lantern Batman, he moves up 1, so he's at 3 power. Alright, so we got to get to Pepper Potts there in that room. So I will let Doomsday go first, I guess. He's only at 3. Or do I let this... maybe I let the Green Lantern Batman go, actually. Decisions. Maybe I'll let Doomsday Batman go first. So he'll open this door for one. So let's get the door open. So he opens the door. As if they have to open doors, right? So we're going to spawn. So we spawn in there first. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we get a Walker Rush of 4. So that's why you have to spawn the bad guys first. The walkers and that. Because if you spawn the bystander, they would get eaten right away by that card. But so you spawn the enemy cards first. So it's a 4 Walker Rush. So 4 walkers are coming towards the door. I think in the original plans they had it where you just spawn the bystander and then the enemies, and then they would, if we got a rush like that, the bystander would just be done, just like that. So they got the 4, and then obviously over here is Pepper Potts. So once during your turn, you may spend a power to draw 1 heroic trait. So that's her thing. So got Pepper Potts. And we'll get her standee out. So she's over here. She's up in that corner there. There's where all the action is. Okay, so Doomsday opened the door for 1. He could come in there for 2. We're not afraid. You gotta get in there. So for 2, he rolls 2 dice. He has 3 power. He's gonna spend 1, 2. So he spent 2. He's at 1 power. Might as well spend the other one. So he's got 3 dice. So he's at 5. He's got 5 dice, and he needs 3 plus. So this is his last action here. As he opened the door, moved in. He can't minus these guys, and he got 4. Look at that. He needs 3 plus, and he got 4 successes. Takes all 4 of them out. So there, that is done. That's 4. So he's at 7. And he's got 1 more action left, actually, because he just moved into yellow. So he's going to move up here to be ready to take that objective. So that is Doomsday. So that's his turn. Okay. Looks like we're almost here with the game here. We're almost getting there. All right, so Flash Batman. So he's over here. He's going to discard before attacking, gain +1 range. So he has a 0 range with his rapid punches, but now he has a 0 to 1. So he's going to do that, and he's going to discard when attacking and spend 1 power. Enemies suffer -1 toughness. So now he's spending a power to make her 2. Excuse me. So now she's at a 2, and all he's done so far is just spend those cards there. So he's got a +1 range, so now he's rolling 3 dice. She's at 2 health, and just to make sure we really kill her, we're gonna spend another 2 power. So 3. So now he's at 5 dice, needing at least 2 4s on at least 2 dice here. Can he get it? Can he get it? No, he just got the 1. Yowzers. Okay, so that really sucks for him. That was his first action. Let's see. Each time you perform a move action. Well, his second action will be to go up here in that corner. And the third action will be to get this here for 5 experience. So at least he got that. So he's at 5 experience for getting the crate, ending his turn. So that really sucks for him. Okay. Green Lantern Batman here. He will attack this guy. Or maybe I will have the Cyborg Batman go first. So Cyborg Batman, he rolls 3 dice, 4 plus. He could spend power to get +1 to dice results. So he's going to do that. +1 to dice results. And he's going to spend another one for an extra dice. So he rolls 3 dice, now he's rolling 4 dice. So now he's at 2 power. And he's got +1 to dice results. So now he's firing at this fatty here. +1 to dice results. And he needs a 4. So he just got it with these two. So that guy's gone. So he's at 9 experience. That's his first action. Second action, he's going to move over here. Third action, and now he's going to fire at Scarlet Witch. And he doesn't have to reroll because he's 1 zone away. He's not in her zone. So before attacking the blaster, you may spend up to 3. So he rolls 3 dice. He's going to spend a power to get that extra dice. So he's going to be rolling 4 dice. And he's going to spend another power to get +1 to dice results. So he needs 3 dice to hit on 4 plus. Did he get it? No. Because he needs a 4. This is only becoming a 3. So that ends his turn because he shot at the guy here 1. Moved up 2. Shot at her 3. And shot at her again 4. No, did I shoot twice at her? I moved 1. Or I shot here 1. Killed him. So that was 1. Moved into zone 2. Moved up here for 3. Shot at her for 4. Yep, so he is done. Alright, well, that frees up Green Lantern Batman. So he'll move up for 1. Scarlet Witch is a pain in the butt. So he rolls 3 dice for his power ring. He's going to spend all of his power. So he had 3 power, so now he's rolling 6 dice. 6 dice. Needs 4 plus on 3 dice. 1, 2. No. Need a 4 plus. Short. So he moved up 1, fired for 2. He's going to power up for 3. And then he's going to fire again. Spend all that power. So that's 5. He gets 5 dice now. He powered up 2. His regular attack is a 3 for his power ring. Spends power. Needs a 4 plus on 3 dice. There it is. Finally, take her out of there. So that's 3 for the Green Lantern Batman on his last action. So he's at 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, ending his turn. Alright, so everyone has gone. So now it is the zombies' turn. So the zombies now. So these guys over here, they move up 1. The walkers over here, they move up 1. The runners, they move up 2. They got 2 actions. And then the brutes down here, they move up 1. Pepper will go out the door to the nearest heroes. And, Sharon Carter and Pepper stays with Doomsday because they're in the same zone. So now we spawn. So this could be it, hopefully. So you get a superhero over here. And the superhero is, drum roll, it is Wolverine. So Wolverine, each time an extra activation or special action spawn card is drawn, he performs 2 actions before resolving the card. So Wolverine has come out. Here he is. My paint job of Wolverine. Put on the Xavier Institute sign. So he's over there. Over at this spawn zone we're in yellow, so we got a brute. So one brute, that's not too bad. We're in yellow. And then down at this spawn zone here, the bottom one is one runner. So look at that. Not too bad. Could have gotten, I mean, this, you can see, like, again, this is like a medium mission, but I find it to be, actually very, it's very pressing for a medium, for an easy mission kind of thing. So, back to the heroes. So they all move up one. Cyborg Batman gets one, he's at one. Doomsday gets one, he's at one power. Flash gets one, he's at 2 power. Green Lantern Batman, he's at one. He gets one, he's at 1 power. So now, this could be it, really, I think. Let's get to Doomsday. Doomsday, he has 4 actions. So 1, he rescues Pepper Potts. They're up here, sorry. So he rescued Pepper Potts. She was in the room with him. He rescued her. So that's his first action. He gets full power, so he goes up to 1 to 4. The second action, he's going to take that X. So now he gets 5 experience. 3, 4, 5. He's at 12. Second, third, fourth action to get out. Ends his turn. So now we're going to get to the next guy is Flash Batman. So he could go, he's way over here. So he could go 1, 2, 3. And he would just be out the door. So we'll just 1, 2, 3. He'll be with the rest of the group, ending his turn. All right. So now Green Lantern Batman and Cyborg Batman. Cyborg Batman, he will shoot into this group here. So he will power up for first action. So now he's up to 3 power. He rolls 3 dice. He's going to use a power to get +1 to dice results. He's going to use another power to get extra dice. So he's got 4 dice. But there's 2 fatties in there. So he's going to spend another power to add another +1. So he gets 2 +1s to dice results. Because he's able to use it at least twice per attack. So this is his first action for attack here. So he got 2 successes. So you got to take out the brutes first before the runners. So he got 1. So now he's at 10 experience. That was his first action. Second action, he's going to power up. He gets 2 power. I powered up twice on that one, right? So that would be a 3. That would be a 4. So it's still short because he needs 4 pluses. So he's still short, guys, just in case you're counting there. Or did I roll? How many dice did I roll there? 4 or 5. I spent the power. He rolls 3. Yeah, he rolled 4 dice. So yeah. Okay, so the second action, he powered up. Third action, he will fire because these runners could possibly come in and bite us. So he's just going to spend both his power to get just 5 dice. So 3, 4, 5. An attack, he needs a 4+. He needs at least 2 4+s to kill the brute. Anything else will be extra to kill the runners. So you got 2 4+s, so that kills the brute. And then you got 2 extra, so that kills 2 runners. So you got 3 experience there. So you killed 3 things, that's 13. Alright, so He fired for 1, powered up for 2, fired again for 3. Has he got one more? He has one more action, so he's just gonna just fire. He has 0 power. He's just using a normal blaster. And he got that last runner. So he's at 14. Ends his turn. Alright. And that leaves Green Lantern Batman. He will rescue Sharon Carter just for the heck of it, because he's a range guy. So I'll get rid of. He had rescued J. Jonah before. He just discards J. Jonah and rescues his new girlfriend Sharon Carter. So we got Pepper, and he will gain a trait. He didn't gain a trait all game. He gains a trait now. Dash, discard when moving, spend any amount of power to move that many additional zones. That's a second action. Third action, he will use that full power for rescuing her. So he'll just wait, because now this is the actions here. So that ends his turn. So this should be the last round here, guys. So the brutes move up. There's a runner here. These walkers move over here. They're all centered here in the middle zone. Wolverine, each time an extra activation or special action spawn card is drawn, he performs 2 actions before resolving the card. Oh man, so he could get dangerous here, so he gets over here for his 2 actions. Okay, so this could be it. If you get a special extra activation, he's coming in and chopping someone up. So here we go. And extra activation or special action spawn card. This is a special action spawn card, I would say. So it's a 6 Walker Rush. 6 Walker Rush. So before each time an extra activation or special action spawn card is drawn, he performs 2 actions before resolving the card. So he'll move in for 1. He's attacking someone for 2. He'll just attack Doomsday. He has 5 health. He's down to 4. Okay, and then there's 6 walkers. So they will go here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The next card over here for this side is 2 runners. So there's 2 runners, and then the last spawn for down here is 3 brutes. So we lucked out. 3 brutes. There's 2. Need 1 more brute. Okay. So now it's back to us. Back to the guys here. So Wolverine is in our zone. Each guy moves up 1. So Cyborg Batman, he got 1 power. He's at 1. Flash got 1. He's at 3. And the other 2 are at max. So we're just going to have Doomsday Batman destroy Wolverine here. So he's going to spend a power. And so you spend a power and have enemy suffer -1 toughness against this attack. So he rolls 2 dice. Normally, we're just going to spend spending all 3 power. So he's rolling 5 dice. Wolverine has 4 health. 3, 4, 5. Wolverine has 4 health, but he's down to 3 because we spent the power. So he needs 3 pluses at least. 1. Nothing. Alright, so second action. Power up to 2. He's in yellow. Third action. Power up again. Man. He is hurting the team right now. The last action, he will attack with Doomsday Fist. He will spend a power to -1 toughness. And then he will spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he rolls another 5 dice. Wolverine is at 3 health again, eating 3 plus on 3 dice. Wow, and he didn't do it. So that ends his turn. Wolverine is a bugger. So that ends his turn. I gotta go to Cyborg Batman now, see if he could do something. So Cyborg Batman, he will power up. So he's at 3 power. So now he rolls 3 dice. He will spend 2 power to get +1 to dice results. So he's getting a +2 essentially to his dice results. He's going to spend another power to get extra dice. So he's rolling 4 dice. And he's getting +2 to his dice results to try and kill Wolverine. So 4 dice, +2s. And so that 1, it becomes a 3. He needs 4. That misses. So that was his first action. First action was to power up. Second action, attack. Third action, power up. Fourth action, he will attack again. He'll spend 1 for the +1 to dice results and another 1 for dice. So 4 dice. But only getting a +1 to his dice results. And he got him. Wow. Wolverine. So up to 18, just short of orange. He's right there, guys. 18. Ending his turn. Oh, wow. So now Green Lantern, he will attack with his Green Lantern ring at this crowd here. I really thought we were getting out of here, guys. Yeah, the Cyborg Batman, he had Happy Hogan. He could have pushed Wolverine, but Doomsday had already gone. Well, I mean, if I really had to, Wolverine was the only thing standing in our way. I mean, if I had to retcon it, if I had to go back, then I could, use Happy to push Wolverine out of there, and then, so Wolverine wouldn't have been a threat. Wolverine would have just gone over here, and then everybody else would just be able to escape. So really, that's really how it should go. So I'm really fighting here for nothing for this extra stuff here. That's why you really got to pay attention to your dice results and what your powers do and whatnot. But yeah, so really that's what would happen. I mean, I could go another round. I could really fire it out with these guys here. But this video is already like almost an hour and a half, coming close to an hour and a half. So I'm just going to end it here, guys. I'm just going to say I did win. I wasn't paying attention. Let this be a lesson. Pay attention to your powers here. But that's the game here. This is, the DCeased Batman, the Dark Knight's metal boxes here that, you're able to use to cross over with the Marvel Zombies, as well as the, DCeased when it comes out sometime next year. There will be another DCeased retail set coming out in the fall, just like the Marvel Heroes Resistance here. That has like the Gotham, it'll be Gotham themed. So you'll be able to, cross both the boards, with those characters and then these guys and whatnot. So, very fun game, very fun time. I'm playing on this for camera, so you have to really pay attention to what your guys do. Like it's nice, when you have, other people playing and they play their characters and that. But again, you just have to pay attention to what your characters are able to do, and who you get and what's adding to your character. But yeah, this game is very fun, very thematic. I always said it. Um, it's not like realistic to the comics in the sense, like you have like certain guys taking out certain guys and that kind of thing. But I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's like a Marvel Ultimate Alliance type game with the leveling up. Like Marvel Ultimate Alliance is a video game, where you start off kind of like with your main attack, and then you have your powers. Your powers get better as you get experience. So it's kind of like in that line. And just to be able to play as the different characters, it's family. My family friends love this game. They love playing. They love the challenge of it. And then just to have all the Marvel stuff, yet to even have the DC, all that stuff when that comes. I mean, there's just so much different crossovers you're going to be able to do in that. So, uh, but yeah, that's the game, guys. I could fight and play it out type thing, for making a mistake. But I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that right now. I think you guys get the gist and know that I probably should have won anyways. And we found Pepper. We got all the uh, different experience cases and that, and so that's a win. I'm considering that a win, and yeah, I hope you guys get the gist of it. I hope you guys can see that both games will be able to cross over in that just fine. So anyways, thanks for supporting the channel, guys. Hopefully, if you have any questions, comments, if you want to call me a cheater in the comments, that's totally fine. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'll be more than happy to answer. I thank everyone for your support. I think I'm up to like 380 something subscribers. That's just awesome. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for just sticking with me, and hopefully, I'll be making another video soon. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Take care, and God bless.